Hi everybody, it's Tori again. I'm here to explain what is IBD and what is Crohn's for my case. IBD is something which many people don't understand what it is. And whenever I say, oh, I have Crohn's, some people are like, oh, it's the shitty disease. Oh, it makes you go to the bathroom a lot. And I'm like, it's much more than that. And people don't understand the extent of what IBD does to people. And so I just like to raise awareness of what it is and how it affects me mainly. Every IBD patient is different, so don't take this as, oh, she has this, so I'm gonna try this. Because I've tried some stuff and it doesn't work. So, just because my experiences are something that works for me, then it's not gonna help you exactly. But anyways, let's get back to the point. So IBD stands for Inflammatory Bowel Disease. It's when your immune system basically attacks your digestive system. There are two major conditions listed as IBD, which are UC, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's, which is what I have. So many people mix up UC and Crohn's as, oh, it's, oh, they're the same, they're both IBD, your immune system's attacking your colon and whatnot. They both include the colon, and they have similar symptoms, but they're not really necessarily the same. They're different in many ways, but I guess you can say that they have similar symptoms, and it requires, let's say, a colonoscopy to understand, oh, this is Crohn's, or oh, this is UC. So, some symptoms, like for example, some symptoms I have of Crohn's is I have a constant bloating feeling that I feel full and whatnot. I always have the urge to go to the bathroom, which is very bad for a student, especially if your teacher says, oh, you can't go during fourth period, and I'm too afraid to tell them. But it's okay. I get through it. But yeah, many IBD people have diarrhea, but in my case, I have really bad constipation, which is like, oh, okay. So don't take that for a sign and symptom. And I am not a nurse. I'm not a medical professional yet. So don't take this as advice, but I'm just saying like what affects me. I also have constant fatigue, so I don't want to wake up in the morning half the time, especially that I have to wake up at 5:30 every day. What else? I have blood in my stool sometimes, especially when I'm in a flare-up. And sometimes I have nausea and headaches, which I think are mainly my migraines that I get time to time, but those are what affects me. Oh, and the constant urge to eat sometimes, but yeah, I get full easily. That's also what affects me, but so the major differences between Crohn's and colitis is that colitis only affects the colon and rectum, while Crohn's affects anywhere from the mouth to the rectum. So in my case, it's the terminal ileum and the end of the colon for me. I don't know exactly where in the colon for me, but I think I heard it was at the end. But another difference is that Crohn's cannot be cured by a surgical removal. So I think it's called a colostomy, not colostomy, but removal of the colon, like how colitis can. But that's only if your colitis is so severe that the inflammation isn't going down with medication, and the only way to help you is to have the surgical intervention. So that's like a last resort. For me, it's gonna come back even if I have a removal of my diaphragm parts. So there is no cure for Crohn's, but I guess you can say there's a cure for colitis. Not sure if you can call it a cure, but it's somewhat like a cure. Anyways, I think those are the two major parts of the differences. So there's like a wide range of medication you can take for your IBD. For me is like Lialda and now prednisone whenever I'm in a flare, hopefully. It hasn't kicked in yet, and I'm still a little fatigued, but hopefully it does help, and maybe it helps for you, but not for me. Other people take azathioprine, which is the #1 pick for Crohn's, I think. At least for my doctor, he likes to put everybody on azathioprine. If you could take Humira, which I'm deathly afraid of needles, and I hope it doesn't get to that point. IV, transfusions, and blah, blah, blah. So every Crohn's patient or every IBD patient is different. So if something works for someone, don't think that it's gonna work for you. So for me, a lot of things don't help for me. Like limiting my diet to stuff, because everything I eat is fine one day, but it's not fine another, and then it goes back to being fine. So diet isn't something that would help for me. That's heating pads do work for me whenever I'm in a flare-up. But yeah, what else? I think I covered everything. So yeah, if you'd like to learn more about Crohn's, I'm always there to answer questions from my point of view, and I'm also there for support. So if you need support, which I really need, I'm always open to supporting. You can check out my Instagram I just made, Chronically Tori, so CROHNALLYTORI on Instagram, and you can DM me there. You can also email me at chronicallytori@gmail.com. And you can always show your support by liking and subscribing to this video. Thank you. See you tomorrow.